Many things, Jagero. I don't know which matter you even want me to begin with. But if we have to begin with the matter about that we just finished with, about matters Linda Mwananchi, and that is where my friend was getting agitated, because I was telling him that you cannot be an official or an executive of an entity that does not exist. There is actually no entity that exists called Linda Mwananchi. It is more or less a pressure group. It is more or less the same things like Wamama na Raila, Vijana na Nini, and something like that. So that's what I was saying. You can only exist as an official of an entity that exists legally. And you know, he's a lawyer, and I'm sure he knows that pretty well. So the more you mislead your audience and make them think that Linda Mwananchi is actually a legal entity, the more you are planning to disappoint them towards the election. Because towards the election, you don't put pressure groups on a ballot paper. You put a political party. So the more you start hoodwinking my elder brother Sifuna and calling him a party leader of Linda Mwananchi, when it's not true, then you are actually just doing that, hoodwinking him. It is important that if you are to morph into a political party, you just do it legally, then become a political party. Because what is happening today, Jagero, is that you are causing political excitement that might not necessarily be political support. And that's what I called that you might just be playing on the bouncing castle when parents are actually having dinner somewhere else, or having lunch or taking drinks somewhere else.
Is having dinner.
Now, what I call this bouncing castle is this. In politics, we have processes and we have things that actually describe the politique. And like in exams when you are in school, I was saying that you have mock exams, you have end of semester exams, you have end of term exams, and then you have a final exam that then determines what you become. Now, in an election, what that is are by-elections. Now, if you are an entity that has the people and is a political outfit, you participate in by-elections so that you can be able to test the waters, you are able to know the level of support as we head to the main election. And I was saying Linda Mwananchi was in Kakamega 2 days prior to having a by-election in the same Kakamega. They had did they have the crowd? Yes, they did. Was there euphoria? Yes, there was. Was there excitement? There was. But what really happened at the vote? At the vote, the candidate that won was a UDA candidate. The same happened in the subsequent by-elections. And now, when you look at even the upcoming by-election in Olkalau, we have candidates who are in these for that by-election. We have a UDA candidate, we have a DCP candidate, and we had a Jubilee candidate who threw in the towel, I think, yesterday. And
there was a press conference, and they agreed that they are going to Ruto lazima ashindwe huko Olkalau.
And so that is how, and now that also speaks to the democracy, because Jagero, the candidate is somewhere in Olkalau campaigning, but the people dropping the candidate are party principals. So that just shows you the confusion that is here. So, and even at that, Linda Mwananchi still doesn't have a candidate in that Olkalau. This Linda Mwananchi that purports to be having everybody in Kenya, they still do not have a candidate there. So at the end of the day, you have political euphoria, yes, but it cannot be measured, it's not measurable. It's pure excitement that is not translating into the actual vote. So people are just supposed to sit and bank on hope that something is going to happen towards the end, and voila, Linda Mwananchi is going to come and just rescue them. But somehow they must see you participating somewhere as we head to the election.
They had a party with recognize